Nevertheless, let's crack on and talk about our topic today, which is how to maintain a long distance business relationship. Emphasis on the business. If anybody's looking for personal relationship tips, I don't think that's going to happen. Although you never know. So I think obviously we want to give buyers some maybe advice or tips, things they can do from their side. But first, let's get a bit of like background. I think it's useful for people doing the sourcing to understand your perspective and your experiences with this issue. So let me go first to Wendy. So before the COVID-19 outbreak and pandemic, what was your company's standard behavior? What did you do to maintain a relationship with business partners who were a long way away?
Okay, so first of all, we visit our customers every year and invite them to visit our factory also. And secondly, we participate in several large-scale building materials exhibitions every year and meet them in there.
I see. How often do you think, like, how many times per year would you meet the same?
One or two times. Yes.
All right. So either you would go to them, they would come to you, or you'd meet in between, and somewhere in that combination, 1 or 2 times.
Yes.
Right. So Bruce, how about for you? Is it a similar situation?
Yes. So we were like Wendy's company. So before the pandemic, we arranged visits to our customers on regular basis, and also we met our customers at trade fairs, physical trade fairs in different countries, and also if there's any special occasion on the customer side, we also tried to show our support and be a part of it. So
when you say special occasion, do you mean like sort of a product launch, something like that?
Yeah. Well, I had that example. So
okay.
We have a customer from Europe, and but they have a branch office in Hong Kong, and last year it was their 10th anniversary in Hong Kong. So we flew from Taiwan to Hong Kong to celebrate with them. So before COVID-19, this kind of connection was important and of course practical for us. It's a different story now.
Yes, of course. I mean, Wendy, you mentioned you have a lot of customers in North America and Europe. I guess flying to visit them is less easy. How would you arrange that? Would you send someone on a kind of tour of Europe to visit several clients on one trip, or just one trip for one customer? Are you muted, by the way, Wendy? Not sure if she can hear me. Hello? Okay, let's see if we can. Oh, what's the matter? No, seems like we've lost contact with Wendy. Let's drop her from the stream just for now, I guess. Can you ask producer Mandy to see if we can re-establish contact, maybe using the text chat. So, all right, so that's what you used to do, Bruce. What about now? Since COVID-19, that has not been at all practical. Well, practical, but not possible, I guess. So during the pandemic era, what have you been doing to maintain business relationships? And I guess this has redefined long distance in a way, because when you can't leave your local area, it doesn't matter how close they are. I guess time zones are the main difference. So how has that been different for BWin Technologies?
Yeah, so after the outbreak of COVID-19, all the exhibitions and business trips that we planned to participate in were either postponed or even canceled. So our original plans suddenly, needed to be adjusted as quickly as possible. But we are lucky in this because we've been in the industry for almost 35 years, and we have built strong mutual trust with our worldwide customers. So all we needed to do is to find different ways to overcome the communication barriers. So in order to maintain our partnership with our customers, we've been taking some actions. So for example, we made our work as transparent as possible for our customers because we are not able to meet them face to face right now. So all we can do is to frequently update our project status, our production lead time, our delivery schedule, and so on. And we believe that with such transparency, our customers would be more prepared and could take necessary actions early if COVID-19 really impacts our business. So this is one example about what we've been doing after the pandemic.
So yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned the increased transparency. I think that's very interesting. So you weren't kind of sharing that much info with your customers before, I guess maybe because it would be too much information. Is that why?
Well, we before the pandemic, we were still transparent, but not as transparent as now because we have limited ways of communication with our customers. At this moment, so we just have to be as open and transparent as possible, and so that our customers are able to be more relieved, and also to stay positive with this.
Yeah, that makes sense. You don't have that human connection exactly. Let's see if we can. Wendy, can you hear us? The video is unfrozen, but hello.
Hello, Tom. Sorry.
Hi, Wendy. I can hear you. Okay, can you hear me?
Sorry, I can't hear you just now.
All right. Oh well. It seems like everything is back working again. Hopefully.
Yes.
So
my internet have some problems.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That happens. It proves that we're on live as well. So I was just talking to Bruce about, you were saying that before COVID-19 happened, you would visit customers, they would come and visit you. What has your company been doing since the pandemic started? Now that that's not possible, what have you been doing instead?
Because we can't visit each other this year, so I just called the customers only on the phone I called the customers every month and tell them about our factory's situation, and I take some photos and videos of our factory and production line to show them. So they learned about the current situation of our factory and through the photos and videos, and even their own orders on online production. They see through the photo and videos.
That's really interesting. Yeah, so you go down and take some snaps of here are your tiles being cut and so on like that.
Yes.
Excellent. That's cool. I think I'd quite look forward to getting little emails like that, I think, at work. And do you find though that phoning once a month, which by the way is very commendably hard work, it seems to me. But do you think face-to-face communication is necessary? Like, if travel restrictions were ended tomorrow, would you think, oh, I don't need to do these meetings anymore, I can just phone people? Or do you want to go back to having these in-person meetings?
Hi, Tom?
Yes, hello.
Yes. So I think I think the face-to-face communication is very important in our industry. Screen frozen again.
The screen's frozen? Oh dear.
Yes.
It's okay. We can still hear you okay. Let's just give Wendy a moment. Wendy,
Okay, so
yeah. Please continue.
So yes, I think face-to-face communication is very important in our industry because we need to meet each other and increase the trust when we face-to-face talking about each other. So I trust you, the customer trusts us.
Yeah, I think we've, in previous sourcing talk discussions that we have had, that has been a theme that a few people have mentioned, like this, the elements of trust, and also saving time. You know, there's less back and forth. It's easier to explain what you maybe don't understand or say what's not clear.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like Bruce, how do you feel? Do you think that the current setup is sufficient, or are you very keen to get back to face as well?
Well, for us, before COVID-19, we did think it was necessary to meet our customers face to face on regular basis. That is why we had business trips as a routine for us. But COVID-19 has really changed our mind because we were forced to jump out of the box and think about different ways to maintain the communication and also the partnership with our clients. And everybody is saying that there will be new normal after the pandemic. So yeah, in order to adapt to the new normal, we just try to be open to new communication tools, and we don't want to limit ourselves to the traditional methods. So yeah, I would say face-to-face communication is and will still be important to us, but it is not as necessary as before, because there are so many new communication platforms which really help us to do timely communication with our partners.
Right. Sort of being forced to use them has shown you that you can use them. So do you think that as travel restrictions begin to lift at some point in the future, perhaps the travel schedule will get pared down to less frequent, I guess? Do you see that being the case?
I think so. Although the vaccine is almost there, but I believe the restriction will stay for a while.
Right, yeah, and so we have to get used to it. I mean, to come to you, Wendy, do you think that when people can travel quite freely, do you think your company will go back to the same way it was before, attending just as many trade shows, visiting just as many people?
Yes, I think so.
So for you guys, it's the face-to-face is
Very
really
important.
vital. Yeah, that phone call won't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And
yes, because our industry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Wendy, please go on. Sorry.
Yes, because our products used for public areas such as office buildings, hospital, and school, and just like that. So the projects have high requirements of product quality, and therefore the requirements for supplier is also high. So we need to face-to-face communication to increase the understanding.
Oh yeah, because I mean, with all due respect to Bruce and BWin Technologies, to a certain extent, someone can specify something for you guys and say, this is what we need, and you make it and you send them
Yes.
switches. Whereas for Wendy, I guess you need to know, or to see, maybe even to see the site where your products will be used. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's thank you, Wendy. That's sort of a perspective on your specific industry that changes, how you need to arrange these meetings. So I think we got now a good understanding of the situation for your two different industries here. So let's kind of come up with some practical advice then for the buyers who are watching this. And I'll come to Bruce first with this. I think from the buyer's side, what can they do to maintain a good business relationship? Like what's something the buyer could do that would help you to, I don't know, connect with them, understand their situation, to trust them as well, because that's a two-way equation. Equation? I'm not sure that's the right word. You know what I mean. What can buyers do on this matter?
Well, I think it's very important for both the buyer and the supplier to build up win-win partnership. That's how we name ourselves. BWin Technologies means win-win partnership. Well, this building such partnership is definitely not an easy task, and it will for sure take time and require effort. Because you really need to build up a high degree of trust with your partners. So our suggestion is actually I have 3 different points. Okay. So first, besides just knowing your customers, a buyer should also should go further and understand your supplier's actual needs, their concerns, their goals. And at the same time, you have to let them understand yours as well. Because with such, again, transparency, your communication will be smoother, because, you will be moving toward the same direction. And second, be responsive. Yeah, always, help your suppliers with their questions and difficulties. And lastly, we think it is very important to grow with your suppliers. So you should learn from your suppliers, and also you should bring new knowledge to them. So, with, mutual understanding, mutual help, and mutual growth, you will be able to build up, mutual trust, which will eventually lead you to, stronger business relationship and your long-term goals. Yeah. So that's our opinion.
Yeah, no, fabulous. Thank you, Bruce. There's someone who thought about this question and prepped an answer. I'll say that. No, excellent. 3 excellent points there. Thank you. I mean, Wendy, that's Bruce's kind of wish list for what buyers could do to help maintain business relationships. What about you? What do you think buyers can do? What do you wish they would do that they don't?
Yes, I think trusting each other is the basis of the maintain a good business relationship. So from the buyer's side, trust their suppliers and share the real demand information is important. I hope the buyer can share the marketing situation, including the local market demand, competitors, price level, and so on. So something about our products, about the market, about the competitors.